I thought things were finally turning around this week, The Sixers destroy them stinking Celtics. It was a beautiful thing. Then you have the Phillies hire Joe Girardi as their skipper. I'm thinking, all right, things are turning around here. They're turning around. Then, as I'm headed home, two teams have to piss me off. The New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys acquire Michael Bennett. And this is like salt in the wound. This annoys the crap out of me. I gotta tell you. Eagles. When are we gonna do something? And who? 18th pick in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Dallas still stinks. You're my doing. King back here. Are you annoyed as me? Seriously, like Michael Bennett to the Cowboys. Seriously, I mean that's like salt in the wound. You know what I mean? I just can't believe it. Oh man, we'll get into that in a second. Before I get started on this video though, I do need to talk to the people who have, over the course of a long time, have been asking me almost like on a daily, weekly basis, when are you putting out merchandise? When are you putting out a shirt? When are you going to put out some stuff? I'm waiting for some stuff. When are you putting it out? Well, I'm glad to announce to you, over the course of the next day or two, you are going to slowly start seeing things get rolled out. You'll see, starting with shirts and hoodies, even some baby stuff. It'll be coming out. You'll see the links on the on my channel as the video plays, because it'll be advertising right there. So keep your eyes out for that. It's going to start rolling out, and I appreciate all your patience for all of you. As far as hats go, I'm still working on that because it's very important that my hats are embroidered. So I have a couple sample places, or a couple places doing samples, sending them to me, and we'll see how they look and stuff like that. But hats will be coming soon. So keep your eyes out. Things are starting to roll out now, and you're going to see stuff slowly come out, and then you're going to see even Christmas stuff coming out in a few weeks. So keep your eyes open. The Philly 500 stuff is finally here. Thank you for your patience. Now let's get into football, okay? The Michael Bennett thing, as you guys know, he was traded to the Dallas Cowboys from the New England Patriots. This annoys me. I'm just being honest with you. It annoys me because I wanted Michael Bennett to stay with the Eagles. I thought he was the best defensive lineman last year, and I think him not being there this year has hurt us, and it showed. It showed. And he goes to the Cowboys for, I think it was like a 7th round pick, and maybe the 7th could be a 6th in like 2021 or something. It was something like that. It was cheap. It was for nothing. Okay? Now, he was suspended by the New England Patriots for whatever, detrimental conduct or whatever the hell they call it. And basically, they didn't like that he was begging for more playing time, for more snaps. I can never get pissed off at a guy who's busting your chops because he wants to get out there on the field. He did the same thing with the Eagles, and then when Derek Barnett got hurt and he got more snaps, he dominated. He was good. And for you Cowboy fans out there, I'm going to give it to you. I think it's a great pickup. The one thing you're going to learn about him is he could play defensive end. He could play a defensive tackle. He gets pressure on the quarterback. He's a good player. He could be a ball buster if he's not getting enough snaps. But I think you guys are going to probably give it to him. So Cowboys get better because they get Michael Bennett. And I think, look, I was hoping kind of the Eagles might try to bring him back. I don't think it's a matter of the Patriots are getting rid of him because he has nothing left. That I don't believe. I think the guy's still a very good player, and I think it's a win for the Dallas Cowboys. To be honest with you, I think he's a good player. As far as the Eagles go, we're sitting at 3-4, and I think that the game this week against Buffalo is the season for us in terms of, will we bring other talent in? Will we bring talent in through a trade? We're all talking about trades. We're all wondering about the trades. Are the Eagles going to do something? I'm really at the point now where even if you traded tonight for a guy, I don't think he's eligible to play Sunday. So I think the Eagles are going to wait until after they find out if the Eagles win. If the Eagles win, I think you're going to see a trade by Tuesday. I think the Eagles will do something. If they don't, I'm going to tell you this, and this may surprise some of you. I think they could be sellers. I think they may start selling. I would not be surprised if you see some big surprise trade where, let's say the Eagles lose to Buffalo, where you see somebody go who you never thought would go. Okay? I swear, I think it's actually possible if the Eagles lose. If they win, I think they're going to look to bring somebody here and help us out. I really do. I think it's going to determine. Now, if the Eagles lose, they're still not out of the division yet, but I don't know that the Eagles want to go spend resources to bring somebody in. So this game, as I said in my video yesterday, it's important. It's important to know. It's important. Whoever wins that game is going to tell us. We're going to know if the Eagles are going to make a trade or not. It's all depending upon if they beat Buffalo. I think they're going to beat Buffalo, and I'll get into that in my preview prediction video on Friday. But I think I think the Eagles are pissed off. I think they're coming in and they're going to be ready to play. Now, here's the question that everybody's been debating. What do you want in a trade? What would you want? Some people want a corner. Some people want a defensive end. Some people want a defensive tackle. Some people want a wide receiver. It's a very good question, and I don't think just one position is going to solve all the Eagles' problems. You know what I mean? And when I look at it, I would say my top 3 priorities, if it was me, I would first go for a wide receiver. That would be my number 1 choice in a trade. Secondly, I would seriously look at my defensive tackle position. I would look to get better inside because we're so decimated by injuries. And I think getting a guy who can take some of that pressure off of Fletcher Cox would help the whole defensive line, including the defensive ends. So that would be my second choice. My third choice would be a corner. Now, I don't know how much another corner is actually going to help. I think Jalen Ramsey was a special case. Okay, Chris Harris, I would not mind getting him, but that would be my third choice because I don't know if it can help you as much as a wide receiver or a defensive end. And I think a wide receiver could help you because you see what's going on offense. And the Eagles haven't really been that good on offense. And I think adding a speed guy on that outside, because we don't know when Deshaun's come back, would alleviate a lot of pressure off Carson, a lot of pressure off of the other receivers and that offensive line. You guys, a lot of people talk about, well, he holds the ball too long, he holds the ball too long, he holds the ball too long. Yes, but guys don't get open. They don't get separation. Even 2 seconds in, they don't get separation. It's not just that he holds the ball too long. It's that they also don't get open. It's also sometimes that he holds the ball too long. Sometimes that they don't protect good enough. It's all of it. It's not one or the other. But the Eagles desperately need a wide receiver. Like I said in my video yesterday, this wide receiving core right now, I believe, as is on the field, is the worst in the National Football League. And it is not the same wide receiving core as 2017. Alshon Jeffrey, 2 years older, playing with an injury this year. He is not the same as he was in 2017. He is not. He is slow right now, and I believe it's because he's playing hurt. And he's been playing hurt since week 2. Nelson Aguilar has regressed to the 2016 Nelson. Now he can't track a long ball. He can't catch a ball that's going to give you a game-winning touchdown. He's reverted back to the old Nelson. He's just Nelson. Just Nelson. And then you get Mac Hollins, and he stinks. He stinks. He wants to play special teams. He doesn't even want to be on the field. He stinks. And this is not as good as 2017. In 2017, you had an injured Alshon Jeffrey with a shoulder, but he still could run. You had Torrey Smith, who was competent and still had speed, and Nelson Aguilar had a career year. Totally different. You don't have that right now. You don't have good wide receivers. I think you need to add one. You know who I want. He'd cost you nothing. Not going to happen, I know. The other guy, the second choice that I would go right now, because Emmanuel Sanders is gone, I think Robby Anderson of the Jets should be the Eagles' target. I would target Robby Anderson right now. He's young. I think he's in the last year of his deal. He is going to cost you a lot. He is not going to be cheap. Okay? He's not. If Sanu goes to New England for a second, and then you have Emmanuel Sanders, I think it was like a third and a fourth, you're going to have to give us at least a second-round pick for Robby Anderson. But I would do it. I would do it, and I would make sure that I sign him to an extension because he's young and he's fast and he's what the Eagles need. He would be my first choice at wide receiver to go sign right now. The other guy I'm very interested in is Devontae Parker in Miami. He's got 2 years left on his deal. He's got this year, and I think he's got an option year next year. It's like $5 million. I believe a change of scenery with his talent would be good. He's good. He's a good deep threat. He's got speed. He can go up and get a ball. I would go after him or Robby Anderson. Those would be my two choices. Now, if I can't get that, you could go after Williams for the Jets, the defensive tackle. There's Chris Harris Jr., a corner. All those things are can't hurt at this point. But I think getting a wide receiver who's going to be here for more than just 1 year, I would do it. Now, there's Josh Gordon out there. There's A.J. Green out there. My concerns with A.J. Green are this. Is he going to be healthy? He's older. Is he going to be healthy? That's what I want to know, because he hasn't been healthy all year. Doesn't mean he's going to come back and be 100% or give us what we need. We already have this problem with Deshaun Jackson. Who's the other guy? Oh, then you have Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon looks like he's going to be a free agent. I would consider him. If he's healthy, like he says he is, his knee's fine, I would bring him in. I would. I would give him a shot. But my first choice is go get Robby Anderson and then Devontae Parker. Those are my two best bets, and they're the guys that I'm hoping the Eagles trade for. I think a wide receiver would help the offense. The offense would score more points, be on the field longer, and it would help the defense. If not, go get a defensive tackle, somebody that can help Fletcher Cox on that defensive line, which will help the secondary. If you can't do that, get a guy like Chris Harris Jr. He will at least be competent and won't give up big plays, and then hopefully the offense can get it going. So those are kind of my thoughts. Where I'd like to see the Eagles go in by the trade deadline, but it's all about Sunday. They got to go and win. Then this stuff really matters. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.